level flat. Rhythm.
I'm gonna make it last. I give it to you right there whenever you want. So come on, girl, let me take you to another world. You're the one that I love, there ain't no other girl.
Die for you, cry for you. This is what I can't deny. Die for you, cry for you. Please don't say goodbye. Die for you, cry for you. This is what I can't deny. Die for you, cry for you. Please don't say goodbye.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Never say goodbye, I'ma die with you. I hate it when you sigh, cause I cry with you. See, I never say goodbye, I'ma die with you. I hate it when you sigh, cause I cry with you.
Say it. Say it. Tick 4.
Woo!
Mr. Tony St. Miguel was out down by the weather, but he's a strong guy. To a martial artist, to another martial artist, feel better, brother. I'm sure you'll get over it. So we look forward to it, and hopefully you'll be back on Sunday. So can't wait to see him back to have the whole trio back together again. So wish you well, brother. And yeah, this is gonna be like a little memorial episode because we're gonna be talking about these two legends, and it was a shock to me, and I just couldn't believe it because I remember I woke up. I think it was yeah Thursday morning. I woke up and I looked at my phone and I saw Torigaki-san passed away. I was like, what? And I went on X and then I looked at it. I was like, oh my God, not the news I want to wake up to on a Thursday morning. But yeah, but so let's get this show on the road, and then we have a little bit of just not too much news, but a little bit of news to talk, some good news to talk about. So why don't we let's get this on the road. Sure. Yeah. Well, should we start with the? Do you want to start off with Toranagi-san, or should we just go, we save a little bit of news? No, I was saying the other news about I wanted to talk about the on Gaming Spit. It was going to be a short one. Yeah, that's not. It's okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, since this has to do with ninjas, and I don't know if you guys are aware, but Shinobi Art Adventures has been out for a couple months already, and I don't know if you guys heard. There's going to be a Sega Villains stage DLC, and they already announced the three villains that are going to be fighting in it. It's going to be Doctor Robotnik, or wherever you want, or Doctor Eggman, whatever you want to call him, from the Sonic the Hedgehog series. You're going to be fighting him, Death Adler from Golden Axe, and the last one that everybody was excited that was crossing their fingers for it. They were keeping them in hopes to see who it is. They were guessing. There were so many speculations, but it's none other than Goro Majima from the Yakuza Like a Dragon series, which was a shock to me because I was expecting Neff from Ultra Beast because I think he would have been a very cool boss, or Mr. X from Streets of Rage. So that's a little bit of a shock to me. But I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be out. They said early 2026. So Joe Masashi's adventure is not over yet. So, but I'm thinking, go ahead. Oh yeah. Hmm. Right. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. Well, I'll tell you what it is though. There were some people that were complaining about Majima because they don't see Majima as like a villain, but he was one of the he was one of the guys that you did fight in the first Yakuza game, and you did fight him a little bit in Yakuza 3, but people don't really see him as like a villain. And they were thinking if they're going to put a villain from the Yakuza games, they were thinking about either Mini or maybe Ryuji Godo, or any other villain from the Yakuza series. But I think the reason why they picked Majima is because he is a crazy mad dog, from the Tozo clan. So, but I think that's probably what the reason was. But the thing was, I was speculating a character. Like I said before, I was speculating it was either going to be Neff from Ultra Beast, which I think he would have been an awesome boss to fight. Especially imagine fighting his forms from Ultra Beast. Like you fight his first form, and then you fight his second form, and you fight his third form from all the stages. You know what I'm talking about? Those forms you fight. That would have been awesome. Right, right. Oh, oh, that would have been awesome. To be challenging, but it would be fun. I was expecting that, or or Mr. X from the Streets of Rage series. That's what a lot of people were speculating, though. But that wasn't the case. But I have the feeling if this Sega Villains stage DLC does well, we're gonna see a Villain stage two. Who knows? With more Sega classic villains. So Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. DLC. Uh huh. Absolutely. Yeah. Right. Right. Yep. Streets of Rage Revolution that's coming out. Mm. Yeah, and speaking of those that revived, that's coming out next week. So that's so it looks good too. I just can't wait to play. I want to see how well it does though, especially with 3D because a lot of people, I know these people nowadays, they don't like the fact that the 2D goes translate to 3D and doesn't seem that it works well. So people are a little bit speculating about that when they saw Streets of Rage Revolution. People like, well, they're happy to see a new Streets of Rage game coming out, but they're not really feeling the 3D concept of it. That's the problem, you know. They did it. They did it. It was called Beast Rider. That came out on the Xbox 360 and the PS3. Exact. Yes, he was the only character you play as. Yes. So they did that, and they're trying it again though. But well, I mean, like I said, we'll see what happens. I mean, it's going to be multiplayer, so that's a plus. Right. 3D. No, I get you. I want that too, though. I was hoping because I was hoping we would see another. I actually do want to see another 2D side scroller of Golden Axe. I mean, I'm all up for that. I would love to see that. But now it seems like we got the new He-Man game that's coming out. I mean, that looks like that. So I don't know. Maybe Sega will come out and say, okay, let's do another beat 'em up. But they just want to do some changes for there. But I mean, recently they got some trademarks of Kid Chameleon and Ultra Beast, so maybe Ultra Beast will be a 2D beat 'em up. Who knows? We'll see what happens. So sure, let's do that. Me too. I love it. Yep. Yeah. If you guys are wondering about Tony, Tony is sick though. He's under the weather. He'll be back. Hopefully he'll be back on Sunday. Yeah, let's take it. Let's yeah. Let's maybe have them hit one of the chats to see if they can hear us both. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you well. I don't know what I can't. Yep. Bear with us, please.
Can you hear me now? No? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
I know you can hear me, but oh yeah.
Yeah. Put ones in the chat so if you can hear both of us.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Put one in the chats
Can you hear me?
if you can hear us.
If you can, yeah, I see the levels actually going up, and everything. I'm just gonna have to use gonna have to use the blue for now, just for now, till I work this out, and then once I get this working again, I'll get it going. Hello, hello, hello. I could barely hear Torrance now, but Johnny is good.
Oh, okay. I'm good though, but
You're good, but
unfortunately not.
mine is actually. It's always something weird.
Damn.
It's always something weird.
Oh man. Damn.
Yeah. So basically, they couldn't hear me at all. That's weird.
That's oh please.
That's weird. Hold on, hold on. Sorry guys. Yeah, hold on a second. Hold on. I
Yeah.
hear some
Hopefully,
sound, but I can't make out anything. It's real low.
boy.
Okay. Hello.
Let us know if you can hear Torrance.
Hello. 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 Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
You have to talk on that. We have to use a mic.
Yeah. So for some odd reason, I mean, you can hear me though, right? You can hear me.
I can hear you not loud and clear.
Okay. Yeah, but no
I,
one else can hear me.
I don't know why the chat can't hear you. That's very weird.
Yes, but low. He says. Okay. So I'm actually going to, while we're talking, I'm going to keep on talking, but I'm actually going to fix it as we go on the fly. But anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's go.
We were talking about speculating though. What did you want to do?
Speculation Town. Yeah, Speculation Town. For Altered Beast, I'm looking at a 2D versus 3D version of an Altered Beast. Now, look, first of all, the art style of Shinobi is beautiful and fantastic.
Mr. Cube did an awesome job with that.
I love what they did with that.
Mm-hmm.
But the funny thing is, it's not really funny at all. I feel like oh, here we go. Okay, I got it. I think I got it working. Got it working now.
Oh, awesome.
Okay, good. Yeah, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Yeah, I bet you can.
Great.
I bet you, because the levels are like up there now. Great, perfect.
Awesome. Okay,
great. All right. So anyway, getting back to what I was saying. So I'm looking at the 2D. I'm looking at 2D versus 3D. 2D,
mm-hmm.
you could do a little bit, right?
Right.
Because when it comes down to all the, like when it comes to the graphics, you could do some cool stuff with Altered Beast. Like you can actually the animation. I know it's going to take a little longer because when it comes to the art style, but come on, you could you could build on the backgrounds. It's very very dramatic. The beast forms, thing when you transform and stuff like that.
Transform. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Man, you could do so much cool shit with that. And
Oh yeah, I
and
can
then, but
imagine.
yeah, but when it comes down to 3D, yeah, you can do the same stuff, but I think the charm is kind of gone, unless they really make it really kind of, I don't know, they're like more dramatic and and crazy, just all the bells
Yeah,
and whistles, you know what I mean?
yeah,
And besides, they got the
exactly. And don't
technology, and they got the technology too. So I mean, pretty sure they can be able to do
they
it.
do have the technology now? And also, I'd like to mention though another because remember, Ultra Beast did had a 3D game that came out on the PlayStation 2, and it was only released in Japan and Europe. They didn't release it here in the States because of the poor reception that it got. So that's another thing to think about as well.
Hmm.
To,
You
to
know,
tra- if you want to like that to 3D though.
yeah, I mean, I just, hmm. Well, I think I know what game you're talking about. I mean, they even had a fighting game. They had a one-on-one fighting game also.
That was Golden Axe.
That was
Golden
Golden
Axe had
Axe, right?
that.
Golden Axe, right? Now here's the
Yeah.
thing. Think about Golden Axe. Let me and I, here's another dive into speculation time. Can you imagine them kind of getting that type of graphics in the one-on-one fighting game, and then kind of juxtapose that into a 2D side-scrolling Golden Axe game?
Yeah,
That
exactly. That would
yeah.
be awesome. Look at look at the Revenge of the Death Adder. Look how beautiful those graphics were and how detailed that graphics were, man.
Oh
At
man,
that
and the
time,
magic,
man.
and the magic. I love the
Oh,
cinematics
the
of it.
magic.
When they have full
Oh
magic,
God,
oh, so freaking
dude.
awesome.
Remember what's one of the powers that you burn stuff like you get to see your enemies like get burned into crypts though. You get to see their skin like get burned and then they vanish.
Yes, awesome.
How awesome was that?
It's so cool. It's so
Oh,
cool, and the transition to different stages. It doesn't go into
yes,
that weird when it does the scripts. It actually goes up and it scrolls up to the next stage.
right.
That's so cool, man. I love that, man.
Yeah.
That's what gave the game its charm. Problem is that game never got released except for Arcade One Up got their hands on the license to actually create their version of the arcade version of the Golden Axe. But it was also
Revenge.
part of a multi-cade kind of thing. It had
Yes, it had
Shinobi, yeah, it had Shinobi,
Ultra Beast,
Golden Axe, Altered Beast,
Ultra Beast.
yeah,
Yeah,
and of
I think
course
those are the only games.
and yeah, and Revenge of the Dead. That's that. And
Yes.
I said, oh man, that's it. You're not gonna bring that home. See, that's a travesty
Bring,
because
bring,
bad.
they gotta bring it to the consoles, man. Bring it to the consoles, man. I mean, if they would have brought that to the consoles, I would buy it immediately.
Dude,
I
all
would,
they need to do, they could bring it to a compilation. They could do an arcade compilation. You know what? As a matter of fact, let's talk about that for a second before we get into our next topic. Because
sure.
since we're actually still kind of
Yeah, I mean,
introducing
we're
to
talking about Sega. We're talking about Sega, and then after we were talking about the villains DLC for Shinobi Art of Vengeance, and then we
yeah,
got into the next level of games that's coming
yeah,
out.
yeah,
So
of course. But
I
here's
don't
the
blame
thing.
you.
It actually does fit into what our next subject is going to be. Because I mean, yeah, it's a somber part. It is a somber part of it, but it actually
Sure.
does fit.
Hmm.
The arcade games, that they actually had, especially that game in particular, was never released in a compilation at all. So that was it's very frustrating that they don't revisit that because they
Hmm.
did put it into the Yakuza series when it came to arcade games. Like you can go into one of the
Right.
arcades and right, and you can play
Yes.
the arcade version of these games. All
Hmm.
you can play freaking Afterburner, you can play
Space Harrier.
Outrun, Space Harrier,
Yep.
you know,
Virtual Fighter
Virtual
2.
Fighter 2. Come on,
Yeah.
man. And
Oh yeah.
also Sega Racer, which is actually
Yes. And
actually
Virtual On
Daytona,
as well.
and Virtual On, another great game.
Yep. Fighting Vipers.
Fighting Viper. Can we can
Yeah.
we can we talk about
Puyo
Yakuza?
Puyo.
Yeah. See this?
I'm just throwing it out there.
You know,
Another game I want to mention is that we never got the home version of the arcade version of Shadow Dancer. That's
that
another one.
that's another one. See, this is what I'm talking about. And and while we're actually diving into that and thing, we're kind of diving into that pool right there. Let's talk about the
Hmm.
legendary Paul Williams, who actually just
Yes.
recently just recently passed away. He
Yeah,
is a
he passed
former
away,
C,
unfortunately.
former CEO of Sega Amusements Incorporated and
Hmm.
International. He actually was the one who put put Sega arcade games on the map. He is the
Yes.
one that actually made all those arcade games. He took a risk. He took a huge risk to put these games out there and made Sega what it is today. Without him, without him, trust me, how Sega was right now, it would not exist because the
Yep.
arcade really put Sega on the map. It did. And also when it comes to arcade games in general, it really did inspire a lot of arcade developers out there to step their game up. They really did.
Yep.
I mean, Namco. Think about all the big names. Namco, Data East, Konami.
Konami.
You
Yes.
know,
Capcom.
Capcom, Technos Japan. All
Neo
those,
Geo.
Neo Geo, dude. Listen, those he really did put arcades on the map. Not just those little Mickey Dink games like Pac-Man and Space
Hmm.
Invaders, and the cool quirky games like Asteroids. Yeah, just cool. Couple of quarter munchers here and there. But
Yep.
I'm talking about real meaty arcade board, System 32 arcade board type of games. Those right there is what he brought into the fold and made big leaps in
Yes.
technology when it comes down to it. You know,
Yep.
super
Think
scroller games,
about think
they call it super scroller
think
games.
about the House of the Dead, like the House of the Dead.
House of the
You
Dead,
know.
yes,
And
yes, another one.
speaking of yeah, and speaking of House of the Dead though, one thing I want to mention, I'm only going to cut this short though. There's going to be a House of the Dead 2 remake that's coming out on the Xbox Series and PS5 though, which is going to be released on the 24th of this month. But the problem is, I need the freaking light guns.
Thank.
If I don't have the light gun,
That's the
if
reason
I
why I
don't
didn't
have the
mention
light
it.
guns, I can. I'm sorry. I just want to know. Just let the people know that about this House of the Dead remake too that's coming out. So, but like I said, I mean, I just can't play the game. I gotta have the freaking light guns.
Okay,
I need the light guns.
it's kind of a travesty though that the Nintendo Switch 2 doesn't have that same technology that the sensory kind of thing. I think it still
Yes,
does, right? No, it doesn't. They took it out. They took it out,
I
right?
I
Didn't they
think
take?
they did took it out though.
They,
I never got to try it out to see
yeah,
if it
yeah,
has.
they made it a mouse control instead of a sensor. Like you'd be able to like point at the screen and do cool stuff with
Yeah,
it.
but it's not. But it's not the
It's
same.
not the
That's the
same.
thing.
See, please, Johnny, talk reason to these people. This is what I'm talking about. I don't understand why they would take a backwards move like that and make it mouse controls for certain games. Oh, people use a mouse on the keyboard. They could be able to play those games and just no, no, no. Bring the
No,
light guns.
no.
Send in light gun games, dude. They're actually re-releasing Terminator 2 Judgment Day, the arcade game. Arcade One Up is
I
making it,
heard
right?
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Now,
heard about that.
yeah,
Yep.
and they're using the send-in technology for that game. So why are they able to use that technology and none of the modern consoles? I don't make it make sense to me. Yeah.
I don't understand why Forever Entertainment because I know Forever Entertainment. is the one responsible for the House of the Dead remake and for the House of the Dead 2 remake. So they're the ones who are responsible for this one. But
Mm.
I'm saying to myself, hey, listen, if you guys are going to do the same crap, and if you're going to come out with the House of the Dead 3 remake, and you're going to do the same crap about the light guns, I don't even think I want it.
See, like light gun games need light guns. That's what they're made for. That's what how they were intended to be played.
Right,
They're not a controller, not a mouse, actual light guns, you know. And now the technology is pretty much catching up. And now they have these AI centered controllers or light guns that could be able to sense what's on the screen. They know the edge of the screen, and you can when you play, and it actually it's a it matches with the algorithms of what you see on the screen to the gun. So that means the accuracy is much better. And playing
right,
games like like Terminator 2 Judgment Day, Operation Wolf, Operation Barricade or whatever.
right.
All these games, it's
Yeah,
really
and
it's
they're
just
popular.
yeah. Go ahead.
They're still popular to. You're gonna say something? I'm
No,
sorry. I was gonna mention
no. Yeah,
another
go
game.
ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
you go.
I was gonna mention. I was gonna mention. I mean, we talked about this the other day. There was already a news article that Capcom they're sending out test machines for the Resident Evil 2 rail shooting game. That's based
Oh,
off the remake,
see, I can't wait until
dude.
that comes out. That's gonna be
And
so
and
freaking awesome.
yeah, not only Capcom is doing that, but Bandai Namco is part of that. They're helping that out. Dude, I hope that Dave and Buster's that we go to has that game. If they have that game, I'm gonna go there every week.
They're gonna get it. If the new
If they don't
NBA
have it,
Jam, if the new NBA game is out over there, and it is, that game is definitely gonna be part of they're gonna get they're gonna get it. They're gonna get
that's
that
another
done.
rap.
Yeah,
That's another rail shooting game that you guys need to look forward to if you
yeah.
love the Resident Evil 2 remake, because that's
It's
going to be based. It's going to be based off the Resident Evil 2 remake, but it's a rail shooting game instead, which I think that's cool.
it's gonna be so weird. It's gonna be so awesome. So let's talk a little bit more about Paul Williams
Oh, Paul Williams, yeah.
and go
Since we
over
covered up,
go
yeah,
over his legacy for a second.
let's
Um,
finish it up.
okay, so basically his milestones. Um, he in 2015 he actually led the shift to SEGA Amusements International and signaled a bold new identity. He also did the part of the management buyout. He engineered the acquisition from SEGA Japan, securing the company's independent future. So that means, that means they have the freedom to be able to make pretty much whatever they want to actually put out in the arcade and what have you. Because they were actually going to break down and restructure Sega into something else. Thank goodness he did. If he didn't do that, you think Sega was in bad shape? Sega would not be the Sega it is today. You would not have your Shinobi or Vengeance. You would not have none of that stuff.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
if it wasn't for him, thank
that's
goodness,
right.
right? And also he did establish like critical arms like spares, prize, third party development, and so on. He actually did all that. Um, and let's see, he actually joined a small team of 12 importing Japanese amusement games. So basically, he actually helped importing those Japanese games to American and European markets. So he did a lot.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
and it's 30 years. Can you believe that? 30
That's incredible.
years. And he actually stepped down. He stepped down this year. He stepped down in September.
Wow.
And he just passed away. That's wow.
That is crazy.
What?
Yeah, you just retired. You had a good career. You had such an awesome career, and then when you say your time is done, you want to retire. You want to enjoy the rest of your years, and he only had a short time to actually retire, enjoy his retirement.
Yeah, man, his candle went out and everything before he was able to
Yeah,
enjoy his legacy. That is
man.
crazy though, man. That is
Yeah,
so. crazy. I just don't. You know. I. Oh man.
Yeah, but I just
I
want to say, I just want to like thank him for taking all those popular arcades that were popular over in Sega Japan and then bringing them over here into the States for us to enjoy it. So I I, I wish him I thank not wish him, but I wholeheartedly thank him for that, for all his hard work,
absolutely.
and rest in peace to him, and condolences to the family. So
Yeah. So he passed away. Oh, man, another young one. 67 years old.
67, huh?
67 years old, and he passed away in
Mm.
October 14th. This week. I, you know what? I I've been noticing that people passing away much earlier than I thought they would actually pass away. It's been happening way too often, and it's scary at the same time. You know, it's just it's baffling.
Well,
Because
especially someone that passes away in their 40s too.
in their 40s. So
Like what happened
yes.
with Billy Hudson.
Oh, that's another one. Yes, yes. I don't understand it.
And
Oh
and
my
then
gosh.
yeah, and then you got someone in your 50s like Tadago's son, and what's his name? Patman QC. Patrick Davis. You
Yes,
know, he was such an awesome video game documentary. He was so great. He talking about the history of video games. I don't know if you've seen his videos,
I
but his
did. I
videos
did. I
were.
did. I mean, he really goes into full detail on
Hmm.
how the game got started before he actually became whatever it is. You know, he actually got opportunity to even talk to some of the developers. He got a chance to talk
Yep.
to some of the former members. You know, and he
Yeah.
goes into full man. He goes into full. He knows his stuff. He knew
Yeah.
his stuff. I gotta say that. As
He
they
was
say,
a
he
true
knew.
play.
Yes.
He knew his stuff, and he was a true player as well. And don't forget that this guy, he lost his arms, and he still finds way to work, and he still finds ways to play his games. It's incredible.
It's amazing. It's you know what, and people
He had
like
a, he had
that
a disease.
are inspiring, very very inspiring,
Yeah.
and you know a true ninja at its finest. I mean, basically, let's just put it this way, because all
Yeah.
there's ninjas of all types, and that right there, my friend, is what you would call a
Yeah.
true ninja who knows how to utilize everything in his possession.
Yes, and to get around. And also, I also want to mention before we move on. Um, Pac-Man QC also did documentary of Shinobi and Ninja Gaiden. So if you guys haven't seen those documentaries, those are really good. Check those out because he goes into full details on every game up to that point.
It's
So
amazing.
do check those out.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, but if you have no more words for Paul Williams. Besides, I'm going to put my final words on. I'm going to say, you know, without you, Paul, um, basically, I would not be the player that I am today. I mean, literally, arcade, Sega arcades in general got
Hmm.
me excited about the industry in video games in general. Basically, the arcade, like walking into an arcade and seeing and hearing the sounds
Yeah.
surrounding you, and the attract mode and all of these different machines going on simultaneously, and you're sitting right there and you have a fistful of quarters asking yourself, which game am I going to play first?
Yeah.
You know, and that's a good feeling to
Hmm.
have. It's a great feeling to have.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like going to a candy store and everything. You have unlimited money. You say, okay, so which candy spot am I going to hit first? You know, go to the gummy worms, or I'm going to go for the, go for the, what do you call it, the
Chocolate. I like
chocolate,
chocolate almonds. Well,
chocolate almonds. Yeah, oh, hey, you guys like chocolate almonds? I'm not
I like
that big of
chocolate
a fan.
almonds.
I like that. I like
No,
covered peanuts.
almonds are pretty healthy.
No, they're healthy.
You
No,
know,
they are. I mean, just but the
yeah.
but I don't know.
I mean,
I
if you
just
don't like it, that's fine. I
no,
mean,
no.
that's okay.
I love it. Goobers. I love goobers. Because it's chocolate covered peanuts. So, but anyway, all right. That's beside the point. All right, but moving along.
Yeah, but
Let's
Paul Williams. That's in
yes.
my piece about Paul Williams.
All
So,
right,
like
all
I
right.
said,
Yeah.
thank you for bringing us all those awesome arcade games directly from Japan and all your hard work. Rest in peace. God
Yes.
bless.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let's move on to our next wonderful, amazing, cool. Let's call him the rock star. He's the rock star
Yeah,
of the gaming world, and
the
he loves he.
face
Yes,
face
absolutely.
director.
Yes,
Hmm.
absolutely, absolutely. Mister Itagaki-san, Tomonobu Itagaki, passing away at the young age of 58 years old. I'm still behind. I'm still beside myself because even Harada himself, he
Yeah,
actually, because he
at
actually,
boom.
yeah, and boom, all these.
Yeah,
Let's just put it this way, let's put this into perspective, okay? You may think Dead or Alive, as a fighting game, didn't really have that much of an impact, and really it did. It had a large impact, not just
yep.
because of the scantily clad ladies, which is actually nothing wrong with that, because I mean, we're going to
No.
talk about that on Sunday. We're talking about that Kunoichi. We're going to talk about that. But when it comes down to, ladies, it's okay to have a little eye appeal. But when it comes to the
Yeah, that's
fighting,
all I can do.
yeah, exactly. It's all about that because it's attractive. But the fighting, the fighting style, the game mechanics revolutionized the fighting genre, 3D fighting genre in general. Even Tekken, even Tekken took notes from DOA. It did because
Yep.
if you and you'll notice that. Okay, Virtual Fighter kind of set the stage. DOA perfected it, and they actually did a lot. There's a lot of similarities because remember, some of the developers who actually created Virtual Fighter did move over to Team Ninja and helped out with DOA. You'll notice there's some similarities with move sets and and stages and ring outs and all that stuff. It's all there. Although DOA doesn't have ring outs, it just has danger zones.
Right.
So in the danger zones, it's new because you could be able to do when you ring out, the fight still goes on. You actually get
Yeah.
damaged. You can get damaged and continue on and all that stuff. Stage splashes and everything. In other words, you get bouncing from the outside or whatever it is, and also different levels. Level going, knocking a person off the stage and everything, and following them. I mean, come on,
Yep.
you, you
Yep.
know.
And exactly that on the stage interactions and going to
Yes.
the next stage is that inspired a lot of fighting games. And one of that is inspired Mortal Kombat Deception. Mortal Kombat Deception had that as well,
Yep.
where you're knocking the like say you knock your opponent off or like knock them off the fence like on top of it because I remember one of the stages was the high tower. And when you get to the high tower, you knock them off the fence, and you see your opponent and then and then they hit the bumper, and then they go down to and they hit the floor right there to the next floor, and then your character just follows them right down with them and continue on the fight from there. So they had a lot of inspiration with that.
Also, Itagaki-san is also known about making games hard. He is all about the challenge, and he has the
Yes,
I don't give a shit if you actually
I'm telling you
if you
right
can't
now,
beat it. He doesn't care. He doesn't
he does,
care.
and dude, he will insult even beginners as well. I mean, look at the Ninja Dog. Like if you play Ninja Dog on Ninja Gaiden Black, and you get to see how Ayane treats Ryu. Like he doesn't treat Ryu like he's a master ninja. He treats him like he's some kind of like a disciple, like trying to work his way as a ninja. So
Mm.
you get to see that they're taking shots at you. Like he didn't care. And he even said it himself. He said that if players took the time, to learn the games, and they fight through those that hard difficulty, and they find ways to fight through it. He said a player who takes the time doing that can actually beat Ninja Gaiden. That you got to have the patience, and you just have to have the learning to it. But the thing is that he knows that there's players out there that will not take that time. So that's why he puts in Ninja Dog, and then maybe he wants to they could like insult them, just strike at them just a little bit and say, hey, listen, if you don't want to be like talked down this way, I mean, learn our game. Unless you want to go with Ninja Dog difficulty, then go ahead. So yeah, he was the type of guy that he just didn't care.
Yeah.
He won't insult people as well.
Welcome,
So that's how he
welcome to the
was.
show. Welcome to the show. A man called Plush. Yes, he just said Sayonara Itagaki Sensei. Yes, absolutely.
Yes,
He is definitely the
yes.
epitome of the ninja. He I mean I'm still beside myself because I was hoping that he would actually come back into the foray and bring Ninja Gaiden, no, not Ninja Gaiden, but bringing DOA back to its roots because
Yeah.
I feel like even though people did like the DOA 5 last round, great game. No, I don't get me wrong, I love the game.
Hey, Joe, I like the
I
fact they
did.
had all those guest characters.
Yes,
They had
yeah,
Virtua Fighter characters. They had Mai Suranui. I
yes,
call him Mai Sensen.
yes,
So
yes, absolutely.
Killer Diamond.
Yes, and you know what? I loved it. I do, and I still do. But the core, they really did kind of hold your hand just a little bit in that game. Kind of made it somewhat easier to kind of get accustomed. Even though there's the steep learning curve, there still is.
Hmm.
The purity was kind of muddled a little bit. DOA 4, I tell everybody, play DOA 4 on the hardest level, come back to me. This was basically the pinnacle of Tomonobu Itagaki's prowess when it comes to DOA. 360, Xbox 360 it was an Xbox 360 exclusive, and it still is to this day. It's not for any other console. DOA 4, still to this day, I think DOA 3 also is
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
to this day Xbox exclusive. They never
Hmm.
made any other version for any other console, not even PC. Not even PC.
Yes. And
And yeah, go ahead.
another thing besides you go on to Dead or Alive, I'll show you a game that's only exclusive to the original Xbox, and it's this game right here, Ninja
Ninja
Gaiden
Gaiden
Black.
Black. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't know if you can see it there. It's a little blurry out.
It's a little blurry. I
This
can
is
see. I can
you
still
could
see it.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is if you want to play Ninja Gaiden Black, you gotta play this on the original Xbox. But I believe it's playable on the Xbox Series. So this is the best version of Ninja Gaiden.
Mm.
So, and I tell people that, oh well, what about Ninja Gaiden Sigma? Sigma is
Oh,
not a good version. It's a terrible version. Sure, they added you can play as Rachel. That's nice. That's cool and dandy. The graphics looks they upgraded the graphics and everything, but the gameplay and they toned down the gore. They toned down the gore, and I did not like that. And
the bodies disappear.
the camera,
They're no longer on the
yes,
floor. They're no longer on the ground.
not a good version.
Yep, and that's right. The gore and the content actually got toned down. And I think the difficulty has also been toned down as well.
The difficulty
Because
has been turned down as
yeah,
well. Yes.
it's
Hmm.
really they made it. They held your hand throughout the game.
Yes,
and I
and
feel like
and
it was a travesty to do
and
that.
also Nobunaga-san did not work on the Sigma games.
Nope, nope.
Just to let you
His
know.
one of his I guess you call him his disciples that kind of was following him or was working with him actually
Yeah,
had the honor of taking on his series and bring it to the forefront, which is the reason why
right.
Ninja Gaiden Sigma and Sigma 2, which actually was the first time that Ninja Gaiden games, 3D Ninja Gaiden games, came to the PlayStation consoles. And it did.
That. Unfortunately, the PlayStation consoles did not get the good versions, but when it comes to Ninja Gaiden 2, this is the best version on the Xbox 360 right there.
Yes. Ninja
This is the
Gaiden
version.
2.
This is
Yes.
the best version. This is way better than Sigma. Sigma, again, they tone down the blood and gore, and the controls are not that good. Like I said before, Sigma's going to catch you. Oh, you can play these female characters. You can play as Ayane, you can play as Rachel, and Moji, all those characters. But if you want to play the best version, play Ninja Gaiden 2 on the Xbox 360. I didn't play too much of Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, but I heard that was good though. But people are still saying the vanilla Ninja Gaiden 2 on the Xbox 360 is still the best version. And
Actually,
I heard the pro. Oh, I'm sorry.
no, no,
I
go
was
ahead.
gonna say, and I heard that the reason why they can't re-release that version is that I heard they lost the source code for that game.
That's
What I'm
see.
told.
That always seems to happen. Did you know? Here's a fun fact. Did you
Sure.
know that that Halo? That I think it was Halo. I think it was Halo 2 or one of the Halos. I know it's off subject, but one of the Halos that they
Okay.
probably would never have been remade or at all if they couldn't find the source code. They couldn't have. They could not find the original coding for the master what's called the Master Chief Collection.
Right.
That game probably would have never been released until they found it.
Yeah.
It was like it was on
It's
someone else's computer or something, some nonsense. It was really
yeah. It's
strange.
unfortunate. Also,
Yeah.
I want to mention about the Sigma series is that the regular Ninja Gaiden, because I'm showing off these games, the regular Ninja Gaiden for the original Xbox, this game right here, that first came out in 2004, you can unlock the three NES games of Ninja Gaiden 1, 2, and 3. And in
Yep.
Ninja Gaiden Black is different. They took out the NES games. However, you can unlock the arcade version of Ninja Gaiden
Yep.
in Ninja Gaiden Black. The Sigma versions doesn't have any of that.
They took all
So
that.
that's
They took
why,
all that away. Yep.
yeah. So this is why I highly recommend to play the Xbox versions of these games.
If you can get your hands on them, because believe it or not, those games right now are starting to become ultra rare. So my suggestion is look on eBay, go to garage sales or something like that.
Yeah.
Try to get your hands on it.
Because,
Even go to a retro shop and say, hope against hope, they didn't pay attention to the money index and stuff like that. Because
yeah,
now video games are starting to become a trademarked what do you call sellable item now. And
that's correct.
so
What?
all those those games now have a what you call a quality markup now. So if the game actually has the booklet and the cover and unblemished and all that stuff, the value goes up. So basically,
Right.
a $50 or $60 game that you played before is now a $200, $300 game now, and
That's right.
it's unfair, and I still find it unfair, but
It is.
that yeah, but it's just how the market is nowadays. I mean, even Pokemon cards, Magic cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards,
Oh, yeah,
comic
exactly.
books,
They're all out
yeah,
there.
collectible toys and models. Did you know? Did you know that the Gundam model kits,
Yeah.
the ones that we used to build and all that stuff, the unopened ones, the older ones, with the ones that hadn't even been opened and touched, are now hitting the thousands of dollars
Yeah,
because of the just the pieces are not they don't make them anymore. You can't even find them anymore. So
that's correct.
the rarity brought up the prices. I know it's off subject, but
Yeah,
still, it's relevant.
yeah.
It's relevant.
Hmm.
Um,
Exactly. And that's
so
and speaking of going back to this guy, also want to mention um, Nobunaga-san also did this good game. One of my favorites on the Nintendo DES was
oh
Ninja
yes,
Gaiden Dragon Sword.
Dragon Sword.
Fantastic, another fantastic game. I highly recommend people check this out. This is actually a really good portable game of Ninja Gaiden to try out. It's in 3D also,
Oh,
and it's
see,
a
there
little
you go. Mhm.
yeah. It's on the DS. I said to myself, Ninja Gaiden 3D game on the DS. How is it possible? And I decided to pick it up. I played it. It was like a good side story. It got a little deep into the Hayabusa clan, and also he's still fighting the fiends and the Black Spire clan. Definitely check this game out. It's
Yep,
definitely fun.
absolutely.
Definitely worth it. But yeah, these are the Ninja Gaiden games. You know, he took a risk on that. He took originally an arcade beat 'em up and a side scroller game platformer and made it into 3D. And a lot of games nowadays doesn't translate well to 2D and 3D, but this guy, he was able to do it.
Mm.
It was also was able to translate to 2D to 3D to 3D well with Ninja Gaiden, and that's
Mm.
amazing to me.
Uh,
So he earned a lot of my respect for doing that.
absolutely. So he was born April 1st, 1967. Literally 10 years younger than I am right now. But born on April 1st, and it was no joke.
April Fool.
and
Wow.
it was
He
no
was
joke.
exactly. He was no joke. No, he was definitely not a joke for
Yeah,
sure. He
absolutely.
knew his shit.
Yes.
He knew his
Graduated from
stuff.
Waseda University Law. Can you imagine that? He went to a law school.
Ooh.
He went to a law school.
Yeah,
Can you believe that? So,
yeah. Law school out
um,
of all places.
right,
You never
and
expect a guy
he
just to go
joined
to law
He
school.
joined Tecmo in 1992 as a graphics programmer for, get this, Tecmo Super Bowl.
Classic game.
Yes.
Classic football game.
Oh man,
That is one of the best football games of all time.
anybody who's played Tecmo Bowl knows for damn sure, okay, that I believe it was the Raiders, or it was the Dallas Cowboys. I think it was the Raiders. They actually had Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson
Hmm.
was like the most OP player
Yeah,
on that game.
yeah. Bro knows.
Bo knows, yes, absolutely, and that's just so unfair. You play as that team, and you can't do mirror teams. You can't like be like the same team, and it sucks. So if you choose
He
that
was.
team, you're
Zero.
guaranteed to lose. So
Listen, listen. Bo knows baseball. Bo knows football. I don't know if you remember that commercial with the Tiger Hand Hell. There was Bo Jackson football and baseball. Like you could play football and you could switch it over and
switch
play
it over to baseball.
baseball.
Yeah, I remember that.
Remember
I
that
love that.
commercial? The reason why I was able to know about that, I still remember that commercial because I was watching like old episodes of Video Power, and like when people record it and they put it on YouTube, they leave the
Yeah,
commercials there,
yeah, yeah,
which
yeah,
I
yeah.
really appreciate. I think that's the best when they leave the commercials there from the past, so you can like relive it. It's like you're watching TV back in the early '90s again, which is
The
awesome. So when I saw
best.
that commercial, I was like, "Oh yes, I love this." That it goes, "Whoa!"
Oh,
Oh man,
I have to look this up in this there. I know it's a little off subject. I actually have.
sure.
I was following this mom and pop, or my mom, it's a mom and son, or father and daughter, whatever it is. They actually created a cartoon. Get this, retro cartoon show hour, basically. Okay, they choose an hour block of certain cartoons with, get this, commercials in between, old commercials, classic commercials that actually played within those cartoons, and they even created their own "We'll be right back." They made it. They actually did that. We'll be right back after these words and these messages, and they go right into. I was watching this. I was like, "Oh, this is so freaking cool." I gotta find it because I can't find the channel anymore. But I'm pretty sure they're still doing it. As soon as I find it, or if you guys know who it is and everything, let me know so I can actually look for it again. Because I've been searching for it again because it kind of just fell into my feed one time, and I was like, "Oh, I'm curious. Let me check it out." Yeah, He-Man, GoBots, Transformers, G.I. Joe, Smurfs, Inspector Gadget. Oh my, yeah, all of that stuff.
No. I love the Inspector Gadget one because it's Dr. Claus saying he says Inspector Gadget may return after these messages. He said may return. He may return.
I love it.
I don't know if you call my Dr. voice like Dr. Claus voice.
I loved
voice
it.
On that.
That was awesome. That was pretty damn good, man.
Thank you.
So basically, so he founded Team Ninja. He created Team Ninja. And it was originally called Tecmo Creative Number 3. So he created Team Ninja. There will be no Team Ninja without him.
No, definitely not.
He directed. I'm surprised he didn't do the first DOA. The first DOA, that wasn't him. He didn't touch it.
Yeah, he did. The first DOA he did was the second one.
Yeah, Dead or Alive 2 refined the whole entire formula of the game.
And that was a great game. I love playing that on Dreamcast.
Oh my! Oh, that's so damn good. DOA 2. Holy cow! The graphics, the gameplay, people were jelly. I popped in the game. I was like, "Oh, check this out," and people were like, "Oh, damn! Oh man, they just copied the characters from the other game." I'm like, dude, no, they didn't. No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
It's a rip off. It's a rip off of Tekken and Virtua Fighter.
Come on, bro. Seriously, DOA is like its own freaking continent because the way that the game plays, the danger zones and all that stuff, that's all brand new. Counter system, all brand new. It really does change the game a little bit because if you know how to do the counters very well, it'll make people think twice of sitting right there mashing the buttons, pressing punch, kick, punch, kick, stuff like that. Instead of strategizing and saying, okay, you know what? He's probably going to think I'm going to go low. I'm going to do overhead, kind of thing,
he's gonna keep doing a mid attack. I'm just gonna counter him.
Exactly.
I'll just sit there and counter. I'm not even gonna try to strike at him because I know exactly what he's gonna do.
And he knew what he was doing because he created that system just for that reason. Because he probably sat there and watched button mashers do all that stuff over and over again. And he's like, and he's like, oh, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, he wanted to change the aspects of 3D fighting, and he did that perfectly with Dead or Alive 2.
That's right. So he directed Dead or Alive 2, Dead or Alive 3, Dead or Alive Ultimate, and he actually did Dead or Alive Ultimate for a good reason. He wanted to revisit DOA 1. Pardon me, sorry.
No problem. I hope you're not catching a cold too, though.
No. Thank goodness. But DOA 1, DOA 2, DOA 3, DOA Ultimate, which actually revises go back to DOA 1, and actually
they came out on the original Xbox.
Right, and they actually bridged the story of DOA 1 to DOA 2 to make it make sense.
Right.
So that's the only reason why that he actually revised and made DOA Ultimate. And on top of that, since online gaming, which is the first for the original Xbox, they actually decided to put online fighting games, and they utilized that for the DOA Ultimate. So that's pretty freaking awesome. That's
Yeah, if
amazing.
you
So
exactly, and
so I
then
would
and
go.
then you also don't forget that you had all these other fighting games on the Xbox, on the original Xbox that had online play. PlayStation 2 couldn't have done that.
Nope.
In Japan they did it, but here in the States they did not do that. Like if you wanted to play a fighting game online with your buddies, or you would have to play it over on the Xbox on the original. Because remember,
Absolutely.
Capcom had that. Capcom now had those games, and so did SNK and Midway.
That's right.
So
And here's another fun fact.
sure.
He introduced, and I'm sorry, and DOA 4, I think, which actually was the first introduction of. It wasn't Master Chief. People keep on saying, "Oh, it's Master Chief." No,
Yeah,
it's not.
it's Sarah.
It's a Spartan. It's a
It's
Spartan.
Sarah. Her
Yes.
name was Sarah.
So her
Her name
name
was
is
Sarah.
Sarah.
The
Right.
female
So
was dressed
yeah,
as a
female
Spartan. Yeah.
Spartan. Yeah, that actually kicks major ass in the thing. And of course, they actually decided to put the MLO, whatever, the Millennium Mix, whatever you call it. He put that
Hmm.
that soundtrack inside there, which is pretty damn cool. I loved it.
Yeah.
But he introduced DOA Extreme Beach Volleyball. Now, the original name,
Mhm.
the original name for the new DOA game was supposed to be called DOAX. Now, people were speculating that it was supposed to be a new DOA game, which was supposed to be DOA 4, right? People thought it was going to be a new DOA game. Now, here's the thing, and I said, oh, no, I don't think so. I think it's supposed to be like a sports game. People thought it was going to be a sports game.
Right.
Well, he said a little bit of both. DOA is actually the female characters of the DOA series, and Zack, who was actually the comedic, part of
Right.
it. He actually built
He's
his own
he's the
island.
comic relief.
Right.
Hmm.
And since he was very good friends with Dennis Rodman, he did the voiceover of Zack for that
Yes.
for that game. So for the American version, the US version. Um, so that was pretty cool. I was like,
Yeah.
oh snap, I was like, oh, a little
It looks
fun
like
fact
him
for you.
too. So there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Because of course, Dennis Rodman was a fan of the Dead or Alive series, and since being a rock star that Itagaki is, he was like, "Oh, would you like to do a voiceover for Zack in the game?" He was like, "Sure." So he did a couple of lines
Yeah.
for it.
He jumped right on it. Yep.
Absolutely, pretty awesome. Um, so
The worm.
and of course, we already discussed it that the Ninja Gaiden Rebirth. He actually It's a reboot of the Ninja Gaiden series, the 2004 version for the original
Right.
Xbox.
Yes.
So as also he did lead the development of Ninja Gaiden Black and also Ninja Gaiden
Hmm.
2. He did
Right.
not. He was nowhere near. Didn't even touch the Sigma series. That was not him.
Yeah.
That's
He
not
did
his
not
thing.
touch the Sigma series, and he did work on, like I said earlier, he did work on Ninja Gaiden Dragon Sword, which was on the Nintendo DS, which is a great game. And I believe there was a Dead or Alive game was it for the DS or the 3DS? It
3DS.
was one of the
It's for
two.
the 3DS. It's for the 3DS. For the
Yeah.
3DS. Yeah.
Yeah. I
I
don't know
remember.
if he
I
worked
should
on
know. I
that.
should know because I had it. I have it. It was
Oh,
called. It
you
was
had
called
that
D.
game. Okay.
It was called Dio
Dimensions.
Dead or Alive Dimensions.
Yes,
Yes.
that is
So.
correct.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know it was either for the DS or 3DS though. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And it was
And I
pretty.
heard
It's
that
pretty
wasn't
good.
bad. I heard that wasn't that bad either.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't. But basically, it was actually pretty damn well made. The only thing I didn't like, it says because of memory restraints, they used stills. The voiceovers were still there, but they used stills for the cinema scenes.
Oh, because well, I can understand it, but you know what? There were some games on the 3DS that was able to do cinema scenes, so I'm surprised that they didn't. They wasn't able to work that around it.
I was
But I
actually
know there
kind
was some games on the 3DS that
of,
could do it.
I was actually kind of curious. I'm kind of curious why. I'm just kind of doing research on that, and I couldn't get anything. I guess maybe it could have been time constraints, could have been memory constraints, could have been a lot of things. I mean, because the 3DS was
Right.
pretty damn powerful. It was powerful too.
It was powerful. I mean,
Yeah,
there was also a tech. There was also a Tekken game on the 3DS, which was pretty good too.
and the Super Street Fighter Street Fighter 4
Four.
also. Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
So
I had that game too. Yes.
yes, it
Hmm.
was. Oh man, it was actually pretty damn accurate. It was pretty good. It was pretty damn good. It was perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Let's also so basically after he left, he was actually resigned. He resigned from Tecmo because because of other reasons, and I don't want to disclose it because I don't want to go into drama. But he did leave a defiant statement. He says, "I stand by my beliefs, no regrets." Badass,
Hmm. Yes.
badass. He
Yes.
he believed in his in what he does, the way
Hmm.
he does it, and it doesn't get two F's. What you think? That's how he made his game. And you know what? That's what makes legendary creators legendary. When you actually sit right there and you literally do what you like within reason, but you do it because you love it. And that's what you are. And that's what you do. That's the person he is. He
Right.
actually the leather wearing, sunglass wearing, inside shades, smoking the
Cigarette
cigarette,
smoking.
exactly, laid back, sitting right there, talking about uh I love I hope you guys love my game. I hope you love my game.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. That's him.
Yeah. If you guys want to see a little controversial video, there is a clip that G4 did an interview with, and it's out there right now. If you go look it up on X, you can find it on YouTube as well. He just says like he just didn't care. He wanted to make his games the way he wanted to make them because he knows what the audience wants.
Yep.
So, and I give this guy a lot of respect, and
Absolutely.
I just wish more and more companies nowadays would take his stance. And I guarantee you, if people go over there and take his stance and show them to people exactly what they know that their audience want, I think we would see a lot of successful games to
Absolutely.
this day.
Absolutely. He also
I
founded
hope.
he founded his own company. He also founded his own company called Valhalla Game Studios in 2009. He released a game called Devil's Third, came out for the Wii U and also the PC.
Yes.
But it's a decent game, not a great game. But didn't really catch too many eyes. It did get poor reviews, but that was him. That was all about. Then he actually established a new studio after he actually closed down Valhalla Studios and called it Itagaki Games in 2021 to pursue new projects. So but the thing is that he was actually still in the middle of trying to make new games that he wanted to make without no strings attached, none of that nonsense. He didn't want to deal with that. He was all about melodrama. Let's just put it that way. He's not about that. That's not his life. That's not about him. You know? He just does things because he likes. But people on the outside makes a big deal out of a lot of stuff. Of course, everybody's fighting their
Yeah.
own demons. Everyone deals with it. But the thing is that
We go.
he endures them. He endured it, and he actually has no regrets. And that's what makes you a ninja. When you have no regrets and you do things because,
Yeah.
hey, this is what you like. This is how you feel. You know. And he says, "Fuck your
Yep.
feelings."
Yes.
Because they're
He
not
was.
mine.
He is ranking. You know how the rank system goes in Ninja Gaiden. I rank him as a master ninja.
Ah, yes, absolutely. I agree. I concur, my friend.
That that is that is a true master ninja right there,
Ah,
and from all
so,
the stuff I've seen.
so
Now, if people wondering why we didn't mention Ninja Gaiden 3 is because he was not involved with Ninja Gaiden 3, and or neither of Razor's Edge either. So just wanted to put that out there, just in case if people were wondering about if he was involved with Ninja Gaiden 3, but he was not involved with that game. Unfortunately, Ninja Gaiden 3 was the weakest of the series.
It was. It
So
was. It was following. It was following more of the Ninja Gaiden Sigma series than it was of the OG Ninja Gaiden games. It was just
yes,
it still just wasn't his soul, his heart and soul was not in those games. Oh, it was actually in his older games, the games that came out for the OG Xbox.
that's correct.
That's him. That right there, that's his legacy. Up to
Yes.
DOA 4 is his legacy. He did
Hmm.
not touch anything else. As a matter of fact, I think, if I'm not mistaken, he did also make the DOA Extreme Volleyball 2. Or the, yeah, I think it was called Extreme
Yeah,
Volleyball.
I
Yeah.
think he did work a little bit on that game from
Yeah,
what I've seen. That
had a lot of fan service in there. Hey, let's not
really,
sugarcoat it.
yep.
Let's not sugarcoat
Hmm.
it. You know,
Yep.
but did add some new games in there. Like he had the water slide, he had the jet ski racing, he had
Yep.
a whole bunch of games.
There was a lot.
There's a lot.
They added they did add a lot from the original game.
Yeah,
So yeah,
it's
he
hella
took it
fun.
up a notch.
Basically, it was more of a friendship building game. Basically, that's what it was all about. Because basically, you have to
Right.
go over there. Just it's cutesy. I guess it was trying to get the female appeal in there because believe it or not, you go to the gift shop, get a certain gift. The gift has to actually have to match the
Hmm.
character's wants and
Yep.
needs or likes and whatever it is. And then your
Yep.
relationship builds and everything because you only stay on the island for 7 days.
Yep.
After 7 days,
A week.
yeah, it's a week, 1 week. Because believe it or not, at the end of every 7 days, the island explodes and everything, and then disappears. So
Yeah.
it's fun. It's hilarious. It's a hilarious story. I mean,
It is a
really is.
very hilarious story.
Yeah,
If you guys want to look into it, it's very hilarious.
yeah. But basically, that's his style. It's funny. It's just he actually made fun of how he actually got about it. Basically that's what it was. And it's funny too
Hmm.
because like when you go on the island and then you're like, it's kind of strange because he thought it was a tournament, and basically one of the new characters, said, "Oh, he kind of tricked you again. He's not. This is not a tournament over here. But why don't you go ahead and stay and enjoy yourself?" And that's literally the first partner that you have in the volleyball tournament stuff like that. And you actually go day by
Yep.
day, and you got gambling, and you can be able to gamble. You can play cards. You
Yep.
can do blackjack. You can do freaking slots and all that stuff. It's pretty cool, and you get money.
Yep.
And that's a big way to make money. If you actually get the jackpot and stuff like that, get big money.
Hey,
Woo!
if your luck is very high and you're able to make a lot of money, oh man, you'll be having a blast. All I'm saying,
Exactly. And
but then you have to decide on what you're going to spend on as well. That's the
right.
hard part.
Because believe it or not, you do have to buy gifts. You have to be because if you don't, I tell you exactly what happens. Number one,
Oh God.
depending on the partners that you actually meet up with, right? You can ask them to kind of join you or whatever. If you give them a gift, it has to match exactly what they like, whatever it is, or else
Yeah.
if they'll reject you. And the night that you actually go into the back into your room, your hotel, right? You'll get a knock at the door. Either A, it's going to be returned gift, which usually happens. They didn't like the
Most.
gift. Number two, it could be a gift they give you because hey, they actually return the favor. And then you
Right.
also get a gift from Zach. Zach actually gives you a gift, which actually could be a new outfit. It could be a new whatever it is. Yeah, stuff like that. So
Hmm.
it's pretty cool. It could be food. all that stuff. So anyway, but that's
Could be anything.
that's all. It's a very deep system, and it's extremely hard to get a max relationship with every single character in the game, and it stays because every single character you go through, the relationship kind of stays every 7 days. So you actually will actually kind of match up again. It's awesome. If you can get your hands on that game, and I'm still trying to find it. I'm still trying to find that game because it's hard to find now. I can't even get it for
Is it?
360. For
Did you try
360.
looking on eBay?
I did. As a matter of fact, no, I saw it on eBay, and I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole, man, because that's like
Oh
it's
yeah.
a it's
How
a
much?
more it's,
They're probably charging over $100 for that game, right?
way over $100. That's not worth a
Way
hundred
over
bucks.
100.
That's not worth $100. Come on, really? $150? $160? No
I
way. No way.
mean, I'll take a look like after the show and we'll see.
Yeah. Maybe you'll find a better deal. I don't know, but if you do, let me know because I had to get myself
Oh yeah, sure.
I need to get myself another 360 anyway. My 360 kind of blew its load and everything, paused, and just left. It just left the building. So now I have to
Did it get the red? Did it get the red rings?
no,
Uh,
it didn't even get a chance to get the red rings. Anything, it just fell asleep. It didn't even turn the light on.
oh, it
The lights
didn't want
not
it
even
didn't want
on.
to wake up.
Yeah, the
Oh,
lights
that was
didn't
tough.
yeah, the lights just didn't want
Oh,
to turn on.
now you're making me worry. I want to check out, make sure my Halo Reach 360 is still going on. I had
Yeah,
that.
check it.
I had that. Listen, I had that 360 the Halo Reach 360 system. I had that for like 15 years now. Believe it or not, it
Wow,
still works to this day.
that's
I'm one
crazy.
of the few. I'm very one of the few lucky ones. I'm hoping it lasts forever because I have all my downloadable games, especially arcade games.
And
So
nothing really
the
lasts
games become
forever,
good.
man. That's the truth. But what can we say?
Yeah,
But yeah,
exactly.
but so let's just talk about his final message. He did
Sure.
he did he did leave a message on Facebook, and he gave it to an trusted friend, his account, in case he actually leaves this earth. And no one knows exactly what he passed up. No one knows exactly what he passed away from. It's still not known. I mean, because I was looking all over the place, they didn't tell you what the cause was. The heart attack or
Yeah, they
whatever.
haven't said anything about it,
Nothing.
and
Nothing.
I think they're keeping that private until now, and
Yeah. So
until the
I
family
guess
wants to
I
release it.
guess we'll find. I guess we'll find out maybe after the autopsy or something like that.
Yeah,
But he died on October 16th, which was yesterday, 2025, at age
yeah.
at age 58. He left a farewell post, and his post actually quotes, "My life has been a series of battles. We stayed winning. I just feel so sorry to all of my fans that I can't deliver my new work. Sorry, it is what it is, so it goes." Wow. It's almost cold, but just him.
Hmm.
That's him.
Yeah.
That's how he said, "Hey, it is what it is. I'm like this. My legacy is what is in your hands right now, and whatever." But then, Tekken, Katsuhiro Harada-san, he actually wrote, "Didn't you say you were going to defeat me someday?" Honestly, I'm really depressed. I think he really is because he hasn't said anything else since then. He didn't leave a
Yeah.
couple of posts. He did leave a couple of posts, but after that, dead silence. I think he's devastated, and you know what? The whole entire industry is because he did leave a lasting impression when it comes to game difficulty. He changed the game. When it comes to game difficulty, when it comes to
Yep.
um, the designs, battle designs, character models, all that stuff. He really did have a lasting impression, and he's leaving behind a legacy that is pretty much going to be unmatched for a very, very long time. And I don't know if anybody can match that kind of magic that he actually had. and
Yeah.
it's sad that he left. His light went out so early, and I condolences to the family members and closest friends, or anybody who actually knew him personally, knew him very very personally. And I hope that those who actually followed in his footsteps can honor his legacy, because I actually did hear rumblings that they really want to go back to, and also new fans. Believe it or not, there's a lot of new fans right now who are getting into the Dead or Alive series. I couldn't believe it. People said, "This is Dead or Alive," and I was like, "Where the heck have you been?"
That's what I was saying. I was like, guys, Dead or Alive's been around for so many years, and now you're finding this out right now. It's crazy. I
You know,
think people need to I think people need to stop living in their bubbles and start exploring a little bit more of what all there's other incredible games out there.
yeah.
So
Ignore
that's the problem.
yeah, ignore the bouncing hoobas, ignore the the scantily clads. Listen, it's a fighting effing game. Okay? Play it for the mechanics. Stop worrying about the visuals. Worry about the gameplay. Worry about learning how the character moves. I don't understand why people are just so damn focused, I think, on what the character is freaking wearing, or what kind of outfits. You don't even have to dress him up in that outfit. Dude, there's like 50
Yeah,
freaking outfits and everything for each character. Well, not 50. I'm just exaggerating, but
yeah.
you get what I'm saying. So you
Hmm.
don't have to wear that. You know, let whoever wants to wear it, let them wear it. Whatever. If they spent their money on the DLC for the outfits or whatever it is, so be it. So be it. You know. And
Yeah.
yes, we do know about the mods and everything that were actually kind of controversial.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But yeah, but you don't have to go into that crowd. Play the game the way it's intended to be played and enjoy yourself. You know,
That's all.
that's
That's
it.
all you have to do.
That's it. And you know what? Any guy couldn't have said it better himself. Okay, just play the freaking game, enjoy it. That's it. That's all he wanted you to do. Play the game and enjoy it. He doesn't care about any of that stuff. But anyways,
Yeah.
we're gonna cut this video short because there's a lot of things going on. But the thing is that these legacies right here, and we're gonna be getting into our big topic tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Sorry,
Sunday.
Sunday. Sunday. We're gonna be talking about the kunoichi. We're gonna talk about the female ninja. It was supposed to be tonight,
Yeah.
but tonight we actually decided to go into this topic because there's two icons passing away. It's just a short period of
Yeah.
time. It just
Hmm.
I had to. We had to get
We,
it
we
deep.
had we had to do it, and plus, unfortunately, one of our members is down, but I'm pretty sure he'll be back on Sunday. So because I actually want him on this topic when we talk about the Kanushis, the female ninjas, because
Yes,
there's a lot of female ninjas out there, and we want to discuss that.
absolutely.
So and plus, I want Tony to be a part of this topic. So I figured that we cover these unfortunate deaths and the news about what's going on. So with the DLC with Shinobi Art of Vengeance.
Mm.
So I think we did a fine job tonight honoring these two legends. So
Yes, yes, yes. I feel like this. We have actually just we have a lot to talk about, and this is actually going to be a very awesome topic. Somewhat sensitive, but you know what? I'm sorry. We have to kind of throw the gauntlet down and understand that the female ninja, even though what they wear is kind of revealing, they are deadly and they have been known and also, believe it or not, if you talk about you're talking about the Ming Dynasty and way before then, they actually have been used for missions, gathering intel, all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's
And
that's their job.
they seduce men to target their
The
the
foes,
enemies.
yeah, the enemies, exactly,
Yeah.
and that's and it's fact. So you'll learn all about that on Sunday, and I hope you
Yeah.
guys tune in. Thank you
Yeah.
all for watching. You guys are freaking awesome. I love you guys. I'm looking forward
Thank
to
you.
this Sunday, and Tony will be back with us. He definitely will. We're gonna have an awesome time. Yeah, let's go. Let's put on our final words, and then let's get heck out of here.
All right. I'd like to all the players who joined us tonight, honoring these two. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure, and I know Sunday is going to be awesome. You know, so I'm looking forward to that topic about the Kanuchis of the female ninjas, because like I said before, there's a lot of them out there, and I have some favorite ones I want to discuss.
Absolutely. And of course, I am Taurus Hudson, aka the Ironheart Xbox, and of course, the old school gamer. And I want you all to play your games, enjoy them, respect the developers and the artists out there, because that the stuff that they leave behind is our entertainment, and everything is for us to enjoy. So enjoy it and forget about what everybody else thinks. This is your enjoyment. This is
Yeah.
your legacy that you leave behind. Okay? Be the ninja that you should be. Forget about the outside. The outside's a shadow and everything. And all you do is you're laser focused on your mission. So keep on gaming. Keep on leveling up. And as I can always say, ninja, finish!